Hello, welcome to another episode of Little Filmosa. I'm YJ.
Hi, I'm Shuing.
And I'm June.
Hello, everyone.
What's up?
What's hello?
It's been a while.
Because three of us are very busy.
Yeah.
The good news is the cinema is starting to reopen.
Yes.
But unfortunately, like we said, there's not much good movie that's been approved and released, right?
There's not much latest movie, I think.
Is there any movies that you're looking forward to watching?
For me, I wanted to watch Shang-Chi actually.
Shang-Chi, right. Yeah. Me too.
007 also lah,
yeah.
okay.
What about June? Do you have any movies that you're looking forward to?
In
I think
cinema.
people already watched Shang-Chi here already finished. It's a history in Singapore, but I think there's something new coming up with it's called Dune.
Oh yes, Dune. Actually, me too. I also really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yes. Me too.
Sounds like a really big production, and I don't really know how good
and
is
really
it.
science fiction also. Sounds like heard that is a very fantastic concept of science fiction. Very interesting to watch.
Because this is not the first time they make it into a movie, but I think this is the first time they have a higher expectation towards the remake this time. With the cast, the setting, everything.
It's a book, right? It's a very
It was
acclaimed, really good science fiction, I suppose. Yeah.
Yes.
And the cast also really big actually, and the somehow I think the director also someone also more solid lah. He also the director from like Arrival, all those good Blade Runner 2049, those big movie, science fiction also,
Yeah, it's famous. Dennis
a bit difficult to pronounce.
French Canadian. Yeah, looking forward to. But today, we're gonna talk about this movie. Always Be My Baby. It's a romantic comedy. So it's a very simple movie. Simple plot. It started with two childhood friends, led by Randall Park as Marcus and Ali Wong as Sasha, who had feelings for each other, make out, and then have sex in the car, and then broke off all in a single day. And then fast forward to the future, to adult, then they met each other again, and that's the short summary of it.
Yes.
So what do you guys think? Shuing, what do you think about this movie?
I enjoy the movie. I think, to be honest, really quite a while that like I think in cinema, I feel that nowadays like rom-com is only available in streaming like that. It's very rare in cinema already. Then I think this is quite a classic good rom-com, and I quite enjoy it lah. At least it's a movie that is easy to watch, and I think overall it's quite good and quite relaxing and fun also. Then I enjoy it lah, I would say. I enjoy it as it is the rom-com parts. I think, to be honest, if talking about like Asian leads rom-com, I think this is way better than I like it way better than Crazy Rich Asians.
Okay.
I don't connect to I don't feel connect to
right.
Crazy Rich Asian. At least this one I'm not Korean, but I still feels I can connect better to them, and it's because overall it's a better story also.
What about you, Jun?
Yeah, after Shuing mentioned, I feel that's true that I haven't seen a rom-com. Or actually, because of COVID, maybe the cinema decided not to put any rom-com because it doesn't generate a lot of revenue, I guess, and people
I
stop.
think even before that, it doesn't really
COVID,
generate revenue. Unless it's a big star, like.
Because last time you still got some big star in rom-com. Nowadays, like not really all big star in superhero.
I guess with the birth of Netflix, is it? Then rom-com all goes into those Netflix genre, and then you don't need like some like
cinematic
Dolby surround systems to blast the rom-com.
to hear their kissing sound.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think it's very special because this is two comedians that leads. So one is a stand-up comedy. So one is a stand-up comedian, the other is I think he's a lead actor in FOB, right? Fresh Off the Boat.
Yes. And you also know Fresh Off the Boats, huh?
Yeah. It's quite popular. So I think they are very comfortable in because it's also a lot of comedy inside. So they are actually very comfortable in doing saying all the jokes and bringing out the funny side of things. It's a very easy movie to watch, yeah. And there's also some touching moments, right? Especially when the mom died, and then they recreate the recipe, and ask the dad to come over and at the end, right? Ask the dad to come over and try out the mom's recipe. That's pretty touching.
Yeah. I actually got to know about this movie like right as it comes out because of a YouTube channel that I subscribe, Wong Fu Production. So yeah, they are actually a studio producing shorts for YouTube, and then later they actually done a few series that was released on a few streaming channel. So I'm actually a fan of their work. So they also champion for more Asian American to be featured more in the entertainment industry, like the movies or the TV series. So as you know, they are one of the minority groups in the US, right? So Randall Park is featured in some of their YouTube shorts, and as well as their first featured film, Everything Before Us. So actually, that is where I get to know about the actor Simu Liu as well, through Wong Fu Production content. So naturally, I want to check out this movie because promote it during the release, alright. So what I think about this Always Be My Movie, Always Be My Maybe, sorry, is a romantic comedy. It's the kind of a guilty pleasure that I go to, alright. So it feels good and then turn off the mind and easy to watch. But still there's this definition for me that makes a good rom-com, like some rom-com makes you feel worse after watching them. But yeah, I cannot really think of any right off the head, but a good rom-com, for example, is a well-known classic everyone knows, 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also my favorite, that one.
Yeah. It's not good because everyone says it's good, but the casting, the script also still needs to be good in order to make it good. So even for a rom-com, right, you need to have the actors and the actress chemistry there for it to work. So yeah, so a lot of movies feels like they just mash like two of the hottest celebrity of the time and then throw them a funny script and thinking that it will work. I mean, obviously it won't. Not obviously, it might not work most of the time. So okay, in my book, because of this rom-com genre, it's either a great or mediocre, because you cannot really judge too harshly on this kind of movie, because it's only for entertainment purposes, right? Yeah. If it's not entertained, then you shouldn't watch this rom-com. So for this movie, chemistry wise, it's right there, but it's also not. It's not there yet. I think it's there, but it's not really there.
Not like through the roof lah.
Yeah, something is missing. I'm not quite sure what. So, but what I enjoy is their comedic timing. Their expression is also very on point, right?
Yes.
Yeah, especially of the well-known scene, like when the Keanu Reeves comes out.
Yeah.
I think the scene is so good. I think just that alone is one of the memorable scenes they have that I can think of, right?
I know this movie is because when they promote it, they do highlight the cameo of Keanu Reeves, and that's why I really know that Keanu is in it, and then he is in this. That scene is really quite funny. I think I was like, for quite a while I never watched a rom-com that I find it genuinely funny, and some is just like they try to make it, but I don't feel funny at all. This one at least
Yeah.
still some moments I feel it's quite funny.
So overall, I enjoy the movie, but it's not a movie that I will. It's a movie that I will forget. It's quite soon enough. I would say.
Because I think all the tropes and the setting is really quite familiar already lah. It's quite familiar and quite classic already. So it's nothing new. I would say it offer nothing new, but it's just like okay, enjoyable rom-com for me. And in the interest, the only new thing actually is Asian lead song. I would say.
Yeah, that I think that could be something memorable, right? Because I guess they are trying to make a statement also.
And I think I like it better is they didn't really stuff it through your like stuff it through your like throw it on your face like that. It's quite natural. I feel that.
Because another Asian lead rom-com is Crazy Rich Asian, right? You say, and then before that, like I don't really know any. But like then Crazy Rich Asian is also very, I guess it's the surroundings is more Asian, right? So like they film in Singapore and Hong Kong and whatnot, but this is really like about American born Asian.
Actually, there are more and more leads coming up, which Asian leads, but this one is the one that had both Asian lead. I think there are quite a few one which is quite notable. The Netflix show is called The Half of It.
Okay.
It's a coming of age kind of movie, so it's not really for adult, but it's only half the main actress is Asian girl. So but the guy is that one is quite memorable for me.
Oh,
At least the
okay.
storyline
We'll
is
check it
quite memorable.
Okay, we'll check it out. Okay.
But it's a teenager movie.
Huh? Sorry.
It's it's more suitable for teenager and coming of age kind of movie. Yeah, and the other one is To All the Boys I've Loved
Yes.
Before.
Also
It's also
Netflix.
quite memorable. Yeah, I mean
Also
I didn't
Netflix.
watch this. Yeah, but it was mentioned in the Wong Fu production, so might check it out. But the one is the one is even more teenager based on the trailer itself. Is the target audience, I would say.
But
I'm not
it's really
sure.
quite famous. That one, the maybe a lot of my ladies friends talk about that lah. To All the Boys, I love that one.
The concept is very interesting, I would say.
Interesting, I would say.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, nowadays rom-com is available in streaming mostly.
So, okay, not that I watch like every movie or drama from every country, but based on my personal preference, the best country for this romantic genre is, I think, is my personal is based on South Korea, and then closely matched with Taiwan, and then Thailand. And this is just solely based on the number of what we call it swoon-worthy kind of movie or drama that they've produced that are worth to watch, in my opinion. So I think maybe our regional influence might affect us. Like for example, people who born in the West grew up watching Western movie, so they have a preferred genre from that side instead.
What kind of swoon moments, right? What swoons them? Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it's different.
I think culturally also different. Their grown up culture and their maybe their view towards romance also different.
So would you prefer to watch those rom-com from the Western more or from the East more? Or doesn't really matter?
Rom-com.
Or Europe or Middle East?
I also do think that just now actually when you YJ you mentioned, I also do think that South Korea and Thailand have really good rom-com. I watched a few, have really that I feel is really like great rom-com. Then actually Western last time also have like Notting Hill, Julia Roberts time I would say those I quite like it and I
500
enjoyed
Days
it.
of Summer. 500 Days of Summer, is it? Yeah.
But that one consider rom-com. I consider that one as romance only.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
not funny, is it?
well, tough to say. But I like that one also, like 500 Days of Big Summer.
40-year-old virgin.
Yeah, that one is funny too. That one is rom-com. Then I think Julia Roberts' time, I grew up watching that also. I also quite like it. Then okay, but I do feel that rom-com genre in Hollywood now is really quite dead. It doesn't have like the nowadays it doesn't really have those great rom-com.
You need to have
anymore,
a
I feel
great
that.
writing first, right? Because what you said that Thailand or South Korea, their rom-com is they have a lot of different. It's not too typical anymore. I would
Yes.
say, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. They can come out like South Korea is on and already like from the character come out from the comic, then like from various kind like from the lead is a ET or whatever. It is like already totally different already. They add a lot of elements
Yeah.
in it lah.
Like I want to mention like one very interesting rom-com from South Korea with very interesting concept is called The Beauty Inside. So it's on Netflix also. So this one is a rom-com, I think. Yeah, it's listed as rom-com lah. So and the guy will wake up in a different person every day. So when he wakes up, he will becomes like an old person or a female or a male or different nationality, a kid. Yeah, so every day he wake up, he becomes a different person. So it's a very interesting movie, rom-com.
Actually, it's
You
not
should
only
check it out. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it is very famous, and I think because the script is really good, it being bought by several other countries. Actually, several other countries being adapting it into their own country version. Korean has quite a few rom-com that is successful, then it being bought over by other countries to make it their country version. So this concept was, I think, make it into other country also. I don't know which country got talk about like got adapt this.
Yeah. But also, yeah, a lot of, instead of just rom-com, there's also some value which I think is like, I couldn't even think like, oh, I watched for like comedy and also romantic, but I really didn't really think that there's makes me realize something when I watched that. So it's a very interesting one.
That's why I think that's also my whole feeling when I watch like Always Be My Maybe. I feel that it is enjoyable, but then I just also think that it is like offers nothing new lah, beside of the Asian leads only lor. I feel that lah. I feel that. Then overall, but I think the acting is okay. Actually, I think it's quite solid.
Yes.
I think the acting is solid. Then especially I like the father, the father of the Mr. Kim. I feel he really make me feel like he is like the older generation that in America, the Asians, and I feel that he's very good.
Yeah.
Then
and he's also up to the trend.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Like he's like
I think
dancing and.
Yeah, and I think I like the movie several parts is that I feel it wasn't so the Asian elements wasn't handled it cliche, so cliche like Crazy Rich Asian. The cultural part they portray it feels so forced. It feels so superficial. It's like actually Chinese
You need to eat dim sum and play mahjong and all this shit. Right?
I feel like Chinese also don't really do this in Singapore or in Malaysia or whatever. You don't feel it. You feel like purposely show for white people to see. But this one I do feel that I think the American Asians they lead this kind of lifestyle, and I feel natural lah. That's the thing that I quite appreciate it lah. I feel that we nowadays we like diversity and what, but don't force it too much. Don't make it like so superficial.
Too obvious.
You make it something
Superficial, yeah.
you
That's
make
the
it
correct
something
word,
more natural. I think it's welcome. This.
I agree. I haven't watched Crazy Rich Asian though. I have no interest at all.
Yes, me too. I like, oh my god. Everyone is talking about it. I don't know why, but it's like.
I look at the trailer. I already know that. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy it.
I don't even find it funny also, and I don't know. Generally, I just don't really connect to that movie at all.
I think it's suited the Western taste more.
Yeah,
I guess.
I also feel that. Even
I
the
guess it's
rom-com
like us.
story also not good. I feel that it's just not as. I think here is even, at least I feel they love each other since young. I feel their love and I feel their emotions. Over there, it just I don't feel anything.
No, I was thinking what's the equivalent, right? Like us watching some, I don't know, some love story in New York kind of thing, right? Like them watching Crazy Eight, like the Western world watching Crazy Rich Asian. It's like us watching, I don't know, some Love in New York kind of.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
But if it's
Sleepless
good written,
in Seattle, that kind.
yeah, but if it's like written well,
Yeah.
then there's a lot of like, I want to give a list, a few like recommended rom-com to watch. Like this one is not, I put it as Western. Like this is UK. The F word. What if? Or the movie is called either The F Word or What If. It's by Daniel Radcliffe and also
Okay.
Zoe Kazan. Yes, Zoe Kazan and Daniel Radcliffe. This is a very nice rom-com. And also like About Time, but I think About Time is it's alright.
Yeah, About Time I know that one.
Oh, I know what I really don't like. Western rom-com. It's not really rom-com, Western romance. It's like Me Before You. Oh my god.
I also I thought
Very
we watched.
familiar, Me Before
I thought we watched together one. Me
Yeah,
Before You.
and then it's
Yes,
like, what the
we
hell?
watched together somehow. I also don't really.
But I guess, you know,
I
having
don't-
like, you know, living in the UK with like a mansion and so like really beautiful scenery, that is something that, you know, sells to the Asian community as well. Like, wow, so pretty, right? But then like the gist is like, oh.
See, yeah.
It's like,
It
no.
kind of compare, except the tragedy part, and
Yeah, it's quite
it's
tragic.
the rich person.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I also don't. I don't think it's super bad, the movie, but I don't really like the message of certain of the movie. The Me Before You, that one.
Yeah,
But I
too
don't know why that
practical.
time also a lot of girls also really into that movie.
Yeah, a lot like, oh, you said you cannot. A lot of girls like defend the message, right? I said,
But
okay.
but because I think why I don't like that movie is because at the end it made me feel like if he wasn't rich, the girl the love cannot be, actually the love won't form at all. It's not. I don't know why I'm just too realistic in that
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
It's just
I
like
get
really
you.
hot guy and got Emilia Clarke, then and the beautiful scenery and for me it doesn't sell for me. I need something more connect to the emotions and what. I like 500 Days with Summer. That one I like it. I love it.
Do you
a
think
lot.
if it's a hot guy but that is not rich, do you think it's workable? Do you think a girl will fall in love if it's a hot guy but it's not rich? Or if it's a rich but it's not hot?
Oh, rich and not hot. Okay, tough to say also both, but then okay, good question. YJ, this is good question. Honestly, if you were ask me, hot guy but it's not rich, possible, but it will have much more hesitation. Then if rich and not good looking, I think tough, man. But possible. You know these two. Okay. I think these two. These two what if question. It fit into two different genres. Rich, ugly, and not hot. it could become like something with like different motives, and it can be it could be a thriller, that one. Then another one, poor but hot, and with the girl, then it could be a really serious romance, perhaps. Yeah. For me, it's like, if I were the story writer, I would write different direction already.
I guess if it's rich and poor, rich and ugly and disabled, then it's quite a boring story. It's nothing like, okay. Oh, maybe yeah. The girl come in and as a helper, but then really hated him at first because they don't have like the initial attraction, right? And then after that, then figure out that he's really smart, or he has something beautiful inside, aside from his money, or he helped him to find himself, some kind of thing like that. Yeah. Then the poor and hot one, I think, is really about, and disabled is really about helping the disabled guy to get back on life.
Not bad, Wei Jun. You can write 2 different love story already. The rich, ugly, and rich, ugly, and disabled guy. I will be more interested to write it into a thriller. Yeah.
Wait. Then what happens if it's a poor and ugly?
Oh,
How do you write that?
That's really bad.
Poor and ugly.
Means that in our mind that this option is not available.
My God, are we so superficial?
It's getting more sensitive.
Yeah. I feel.
Put out the. I think we get a lot of. This is the episode we get a lot of comments. But increasingly, I think in the rom-com genre, I feel like people are. I mean, I don't watch a lot of South Korean ones. But at least for Taiwanese ones, I feel that the cast that they are using are not the typical handsome and pretty girls anymore, but there's like different different very special characteristic within that person. But it's not like last time, 流星花园, and then like you put like Yan Chen-Xi out there and like whatever. But
they
now
are
it's
also
a bit
typical
more,
one lah. But they are also non-typical one. There's
Yeah.
one latest one in Netflix. Man in Love. It's a Taiwan. It's about the guy is not the super handsome kind of guy, and the girl is like, I think they're 2 very good, normal looking characters. Love story.
Oh, Man
I think
in
this
Love.
one quite interesting. Man in Love is a Taiwan one, yeah. But it's not comedy. It's not comedy. It's just romance. So yeah.
I just watched another Taiwan one. It's called I Miss You.
Oh, that one is quite famous.
Yeah.
The I Miss You.
It's a bit not bad, but a bit hard to follow, cause the way the plot is a bit like but it's quite interesting, right? And it's not like the leads are not super hot as well. It's just like, for me lah, but I think maybe Taiwanese feel like really hot, but for me it's like, quite normal.
It's romance. It's not rom-com.
Yeah, it's not rom-com.
It's also romance, I think.
Yeah.
I actually rom-com I'm okay actually. Pure romance, it's not really my favorite genre. Then it's only once in a while, like a good one or interesting one I will watch.
Yeah, they have a different story. Is a bit more unusual, then might be more interesting, right?
Yeah, because I feel that one maybe because love is quite personal. So sometimes when people say good, I also maybe not really connected. Then really depend on the story, and I think for me it's really depend on the story. Rom-com for me is easier because at least you can have some fun, laugh, and enjoyable.
I agree. It's more relaxing to watch. Feels good, relaxing. Alright. So I think that's all for this episode. Always Be My Baby. Check it out if you haven't. It's on Netflix. And our next movie, it's gonna be called A Beautiful Life. This movie is in 1997. It's an Italian movie, so I think there's a lot of movie with this title, so better get the correct one.
I
Yeah.
thought I think the exact English name is Life is Beautiful.
Oh yes,
Yes, Life is Beautiful. Yeah.
Sorry, correct. Life is beautiful, correct. I was
Yes.
like, where do you get a beautiful life? I was googling a beautiful life Nazi movie. Then only it comes out. If not, then it comes out with another movie. Yes. So Life is Beautiful. The director is Roberto Benigni. So yep. Join us after you watch the movie, and
Let's talk some classic.
yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. For sure. That's about it. Take care everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.